When I graduated from nursing school, I ended up working in an area where one group of individuals held all the power and influence on the unit. And this meant that they used that influence to make life as easy as possible for them and their friends, which resulted in things being significantly more difficult for the rest of us. However, within 2 years, there was a significant cultural shift that happened on the unit, and all of those individuals that were part of that group actually left for other areas. And when I think back to what led to such a significant cultural shift in a relatively short period of time, there are 4 things that stand out to me. Cultural change always takes time, and it's never easy to do, but I can promise you that if you apply these 4 strategies consistently, you can do your part in shifting the culture in the areas that you work in. Strategy number 1, increase your confidence by becoming more competent. One of the most common complaints that older nurses have of newer nurses is that they don't know anything or that they lack experience. Well, of course, newer nurses are new, and it's your job as an established nurse to actually take them under your wing and mentor them. And it's always been confusing to me why an older nurse wouldn't want to use that opportunity to actually educate and guide and mentor newer individuals. These are the people that are going to be working with you shift to shift, and it doesn't make sense that you wouldn't want them to be as successful as possible. All right, time to step off my soapbox. The first step in overcoming nurses who are bullies is to ensure that they cannot criticize the quality of your nursing care. Take the time to increase your competence. Make sure that you stay on top of pharmacology and pathophysiology. If you're a new grad, I know that you are sick and tired of reading your textbooks, but don't sell them. I promise they are going to come in useful for you later. If you're starting in a new area, make sure that you go back to your textbook and take the time to study, to stay up to date, read policies and procedures, attend in-services to make sure that your knowledge stays current. And as your competence grows, your confidence will also grow as well. When you see that the care you're providing is actually improving the health of the patients that you care for, that you're actually contributing to moving them towards a state of optimal health, and you are becoming a valuable asset to the team, this is going to grow your confidence as well. When you become more competent and there is a degree of confidence that comes with that, respect isn't far behind. So let them roast you about your lack of experience, or the fact that you ask a lot of questions, or the fact that you wear matching FIGS scrub kits every day, but ensure that they can't criticize the quality of your nursing care. And no, FIGS isn't sponsoring this channel yet. And who knows, maybe the high quality care that you're providing will be able to win over those who are currently disrespecting you. Strategy number 2 is to build a circle of support around yourself. They say that misery loves company, but it's also true that those who go through hardships together are able to be a significant source of support to each other. So if you find yourself being an outcast in an area that you work on, try to find other outcasts and pull together to form a circle of support. Being a source of support to those who are also experiencing bullying behavior can actually be therapeutic to you as well. I also want to talk briefly about the importance of welcoming new staff onto the team. This is one of the most effective strategies in terms of shifting the culture towards something that is more inclusive and positive. Here's how this works. As new people join the team and are made to feel welcome and included, they have a tendency to stay. As they stay, they gain competence and confidence and then become contributing members of the team, which ultimately improves patient outcomes. And then, as they become more senior staff, they'll be provided with opportunities to mentor and guide new staff in time as well. And we hope that this cycle of positivity will then lead to a more positive and inclusive workplace. So prioritize welcoming new staff. Strategy number 3. Using assertive communication. I'm going to talk briefly about this one because I think that this strategy is something that most of you are already aware of, but because of how effective it is, I still wanted to bring it up in this video. Using I statements is an effective and succinct way to communicate something that you didn't appreciate about an interaction with somebody else. For those of you who aren't aware of this strategy, this is the formula. When you blank, I felt blank. Going forward, I would appreciate if blank. The first step is to actually ask the person to step aside so you can speak to them in private. Now, I am aware that asking to speak privately with somebody who has exhibited bullying behavior towards you is probably one of the most intimidating things you can do in the workplace. That being said, I still want to stress the importance of this. If you try to use this strategy of assertive communication in front of an audience, the likelihood that the other person is going to feel threatened and act in a verbally aggressive way increases significantly. And so the last piece of using this assertive communication strategy effectively is courage. Once you've pulled them aside, this is how you could go about implementing this strategy. When you made that comment about how new nurses don't know anything, I felt quite disrespected. Going forward, I would really appreciate if you wouldn't make comments like that. It's that simple. The reason why this is so effective is that when you are feeling flustered or stressed out, it's a very easy thing to apply. Number two, it very succinctly states what it is that you didn't appreciate, how it impacted you, and what you're hoping to see going forward. Addressing bullying behavior head on in a direct way is probably one of the best strategies you can use to attempt to curb this behavior. However, this strategy may not always work. And if you would see value in me making a video in the future about how to address persistent bullying behavior, let me know down in the comments. Before I share tip number 4, I want to thank you guys for watching the video so far. And if you are getting value out of this, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing so you can see more content like this in the future. And if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell so that you can always see the newest videos that are coming out. Now, this fourth and final tip is probably something that none of you were expecting, and that is to participate in quality improvement initiatives. Now, you must be wondering, how is participating in quality improvement initiatives going to help me deal with bullies? Bear with me and I'll explain it to you. Just to make sure that we're all on the same page, quality improvement initiatives are any sort of change or initiative that is intended to improve the care that is provided in a specific area. Anytime a change is happening within an organization, there is going to be a need for people to actually lead out in those changes. Oftentimes, it'll be the managers or nurse educators or nurse clinicians that are responsible for leading out in these changes, but there are almost always opportunities for other staff to participate. Those who participate in these working groups and committees will be able to help influence the direction of change. This means that you'll have an opportunity to cement your values and the changes that you would like to see into the changes that your organization is going through. And this is why I'm such a strong proponent of leadership. Gaining influence and leadership is one of the best ways to combat bullying behavior. Change is never easy, especially when it comes to healthcare and all of the intricacies that go with that. And as a leader, I am always looking to identify people who want to identify themselves to help lead out in implementing these changes. But the key to making this strategy come alive is to combine it with strategy number 2. Building a circle of support. When you join hands with the people that you have helped build up and the people who have helped build you up, in order to facilitate a change that's coming to your organization, you will be amazed at how much you can accomplish together. In conclusion, do not allow the toxicity of others to lead you to compromise your values. You are enough. You do have value to add, and there are lives that you can impact in a way that nobody else can. These 4 strategies were extremely helpful for me, and I hope that they'll be helpful for you as well. If you found other strategies that are effective in terms of dealing with bullying behavior, make sure you drop a comment below and tell me what it is, because I'm always seeking to learn new ways to overcome this very long-standing issue in the field of nursing as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.